Oh, baby. Boo! Boo! Nuggets! Boo! The Nuggets!
What was...
Man. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Losers Lounge.
Boo! Oh, shut up.
Boo.
Quiet, shut up. I don't want to hear anything.
Boo! I would have booed tonight at the stadium. There's a lot of guys that deserve some boo. We're coming to you presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use the code DNVR365 when you sign up. Choose your offer. Find out why. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. We hit our triple-double bet.
Probably one of the only ones, man. Probably one of the only ones.
Yoke delivered, man. Yoke delivered tonight. What a good, nice game from him. Everybody else, rough one. We're in the Toyota Losers Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. I feel like I was in a Toyota car crash in slow motion watching that second half. Just you could see it developing. Like, oh my God, this is what this is going to be. It was. I got D-Line Co in the house.
I'm too mad to talk, so nobody, don't come to me the whole night.
The whole night?
I don't want to talk. What am I supposed to say?
A bunch of negative things.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Over here, Superstar Dev.
I said that I was gonna, I would give up cigarettes.
Yeah.
You're back on him?
Are you back on him?
I wish I had one right now.
Right now, yeah.
Put it in my ear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, where's my wet lip cigarette? I forgot my bit.
Yeah, it's somewhere. There's one cigarette you've just been having.
Yeah, it's my wet lip cigarette.
Gosh, man, this one was a frustrating one. By a handful of players in particular that I'm sure we're going to spend a lot on. They'll probably make it into our Red Hawk Roofing big takeaways, but I'll give you a fast breakdown. Bucks early 9-point lead. Nuggets came out so flat-footed. 3 days off to get ready for this game. They were like sleepwalking out there to start this game. It was such an atrocious start. Nuggets were cold from three. Usually the first note tells the story. Second note tonight, Nuggets cold from three, especially MPJ. So Yoke had to take over. He went to takeover mode and went for 16, 5, and 3 in the first frame, and it was 30-30 Nuggets. Everybody else, help out now. Ready? He just carried you for a quarter. Everybody else get there. Not going to happen. Back and forth. Yoke has to come back in the game. He's still dominating, and MPJ still can't hit a shot. Man, my notes suck. They're the same note. First quarter, second quarter. 57-54 Nuggets at the half. So it's like, all right. I was not impressed in the first half with the Milwaukee Bucks. I was not impressed. It felt like, all right, Denver, you got this. You're missing everything. Just go out there and put this one away. And how did it start? Jamal Murray, a 3 to start the half. You're like, all right, there it is. Somebody's going to join Yoke. Nope. Then he took 3 more in a row and missed them all.
Damn it.
This was such a bad process. That third quarter, so many guys thought they were the ones that hadn't missed a shot. Yoke hadn't missed. They thought Russell Westbrook, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter. These guys are like, oh, it's my turn to get going here. It was so frustrating. Bucks took an immediate lead. Nuggets blew a 5-on-3 fast break. 2 Bucks players fell to the ground. It wasn't the 5-on-3 where it's like they're all right behind you. You have 5-on-3 for a second. They had a 10-second 5-on-3 that they had a turnover on. That was the night. AG and Westbrook taking a lot of threes. Awful process. 84-81 Bucks. Let's go to the final frame. All right, so you blew the lead. What kind of energy are you going to start? 8-2 run. Rage timeout 1 minute into the quarter. And now the game is almost over. Murray heated up a little bit for a while. Yoke came back in down 7. Nuggets got 0 stops in the final 5 minutes. And nobody besides Jokic could make a shot when it mattered. Until the very last 13 seconds, then Michael Porter hit a 3. They were already down like 17. He hit a 3 just to be like, oh, there it is. Those are negative notes. I apologize. It was a negative game. Let's go to Red Hawk Roofing, big takeaways. Start us off, Dev.
My Red Hawk Roof and big takeaway. I have 2. 1, the Nuggets cannot beat any decent team. Like
the real
anybody
take,
that's
man.
good is they're just beating Denver. Denver's been favored in all of them too, and it's just like, why? How? The
I
Nuggets
honestly
can't
thought tonight when you were like they're 3.5 point favorites, I'm like, man, am I being too hard on them? Like Vegas thinks they're going to win this one on the road. No,
Yeah.
I was right. Vegas was wrong.
that game was disgusting. And then the bigger one for me is I've been calling and I've been asking every single game for them to find a way to get Michael Porter Jr. more shots. I want him to get double-digit threes up. Because we've only seen it on 5 occasions, including this game, on the entire season where he got up double-digit three-pointers. In a game that he could not hit the side of he could not throw a beach ball in the ocean.
No.
And they continue to just let him shoot and shoot and shoot and keep shooting. 22 shot attempts.
Led the team.
5 of 22 is really abysmal. 2 of 11 from deep, and they just continue to try to find him a way to get him to shot. Why not do that when he's hot? Why not do that in those times that you need? Not in this game. So he really shot him out of the game. That's my Red Hawk Roofing Big Take. He was horrible, and he shot him out of the game.
Honestly, one of the worst games that he's played in a long time, man. And it's coming off of a string. I know he had a double-double last game. Nuggets get the win on the road. Maybe that one aside, but it's just a string of bad play from him. You get physical, he wilts. He starts missing shots. He continues missing shots. Minus 20 in his 35 minutes tonight, 5 of 22. 2 of 11 from 3, and only because, as I mentioned, he made one when the game was over, and at the very end, he decided to make one. Oh, I was so mad at MPJ all night. What's your takeaway? Oh, you got it.
Yeah, the wet limp cigarette has been looking.
I think YouTube will ban us if they see this.
I hope so. I don't want to do this anymore. All right, here's my Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway, Ka. I hated the effort given by the Denver Nuggets tonight. It was pathetic. They were sleepwalking through that game. It was unforgivable at this stage in the season. We keep thinking that they're going to flip the switch. They're going to get into playoff mode. If that's playoff mode, we have no shot. No shot. Jamal Murray was floating through the game. Michael Porter Jr. was awful. Nobody was making the right decisions. There was a stretch in the third quarter where it was Julian shot 2 deep threes. Russ kept shooting threes. This is when the game flipped. The Nuggets were actually in the lead until this point.
The process was so bad in that quarter.
It was so unbelievably, inexcusably bad. And then the Nuggets were not, it looked like they were all right, we're coasting along, now we'll pick it up. And they just never showed up, never, ever. I was so uninspired by what Jamal Murray was doing. He was just floating out of the play. He didn't want the ball. He wasn't he just looked like he was tired. I mean, I would have loved if Michael Malone wasn't able to sleep 3 days ago thinking about playing the Milwaukee Bucks so they could come in and have some sort of game plan to unleash against them. It was just so... It was just one of these games you're bro, why am I wasting my time watching this team? Why aren't they showing up? Why isn't this important to them? Why? And I mean, I don't know what's going on with Michael Porter Jr. He is he's snake bit right now. I mean, you got to give him a little bit of grace coming out of a injury, but my God, man, it's looking bad and not getting worse or not getting better.
Last year, I mean, that's a good one. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is along the same lines of yours. Last year, I know everybody was going into the All-Star break, the Nuggets last year, 36-19. This year, 36-19. It's the same team. Coming out of the All-Star break, they won 11 out of 12.
Yeah,
their only loss was in overtime. In overtime, they had one loss that just the only thing that broke up a 12-game winning streak. And that was really the story of the team last year. They were growing through January and February, but All-Star break, Jokic sends a text message, guys, it's go time. Everybody lock in. They do that, and of course it ended with Jamal Murray getting hurt. But this year, there's something to the All-Star break, man. It's the NBA is such a weird league, but we've been following it long enough. The good teams come out of it focused. The energy goes up. The focus goes up. The execution goes up. It's hey, the clock is ticking. We have to be who we have to be. The Nuggets did not look like they were anywhere close to that tonight. No. The energy was so ridiculous. The execution was ridiculous. That third quarter, Jokic was 13 of 16. One of those was a miss to himself that he didn't finish. So he really missed 2 shooting possessions the entire night, had 32, 14, and 10. And in that third quarter, Russell Westbrook called his number 7 times. Aaron Gordon taking threes. Was he making them? No, but he was still heat checking it. Michael Porter couldn't get going. Jamal Murray called his own number to start the half. I think that's what started it. He was I got to get myself going, taking ridiculous shots. You got a guy that's not missing. You have a system. You have something in place. And for guys to go off the rail, Aaron Gordon took one of those threes when they were on like an 8-0 run. He took a quick one, and you're like, guys, this is the situation. They're on a run. You've got to like stop the bleeding. This was such an unserious game from the Nuggets. And at a moment in time, I told everybody, like, Nuggets were on that run pre-break. What was it, 7 in a row?
Yeah.
9 in a row? I can't remember. 9 in a row?
Whatever.
I can't even remember anymore. I can't even remember my joy. 9 in a row. They're on that run, and everyone's like, are you buying it? You're buying. I'm like, let me get to after All-Star break. They play a tough schedule. I just want to see their approach. It's early returns. It's not over, but the approach tonight was,
you like
that's
their
not
approach?
a team that's contending for a title. That's like a team that, I don't know. It was frustrating because that was not a very inspired effort, focus or effort from them tonight in a way that was frustrating.
Sucked.
They should have won that game.
I'm so mad. They absolutely should have won that game. I buried the Bucks like you did early on. I'm like, this team is so mid. The East is such a lesser league than the West. Look at us running through. Like, we don't have to even give that much effort. We're still beating them. And then the Bucks got the lead because of just the most absurd shots, one after the next. Russell Westbrook, man, you're killing me. You're killing me, brother. You're turning me into the old me. Where I hated you. Now I just...
Nuggets were 1 of 9 from 3 in the third quarter, 2 of 8 in the fourth quarter.
And just kept shooting.
I
really think that was what it was, just so uncharacteristic. Like, they haven't been this three-point shooting team. They haven't been a team that just ran their offense through Michael Porter Jr. They hadn't been a team that every single person is just shooting every time. Like, if you look at the field goal attempts, everybody got them up in this one. Like, double-digit shot attempts from, like, almost every single player. It was a selfish game by a lot of guys. And you even talked about that, them being at the same spot at the break last year. They had a couple of marquee wins, at least, under their belt at that time. Like, right now, you're banking on a long winning streak, a 9-game winning streak against nobody. But every single time that has been time to show up and prove that you're one of those type of teams, they lose them in an embarrassing fashion. It's not like a battle where it's just like, hey, they played their better game and they're getting embarrassed in these type of games. So this one it makes you mad because really Milwaukee did not play a great game.
No, they were not that impressive.
Denver beat themselves in this one, and it just continued to go down. They did not play like the Nuggets.
Maybe they did.
They played the Nuggets we've been seeing this year.
I was going to say,
They've
man,
been playing
that's
like
the
the
thing
Nuggets.
that sucks is they actually did play like the Nuggets. That's the thing that's a bummer. I mean, I think their win at Indiana last night, I was just going through their entire win profile. Their best win of the year is against Oklahoma City. We all remember that. It was November 6th, by the way. I think the win against Indiana might be the second best win they have in their entire profile. Tonight, if they would have got it, second or third best win. And it was right there. But as you mentioned, man, they didn't get it, and they weren't particularly close in the end. This team has to become serious, and tonight's performance just was not that. Shout out Jokic, 13 of 6. I mean, a 30-point triple-double, 32, 14, 10 with only 3 misses. My God, man.
It's disgusting. What? You can't
and to
lose
lose
that
by
game.
10? Like,
Dude, what are we doing?
What are we doing? And Aaron Gordon, by the way, is kind of skirting blame here. I did not think he guarded particularly well tonight. He also went for 9 points on 4 of 13 shooting. How often is Jokic both the leading scorer by 12 points, mind you, and also the third highest shot taker? That's weird, right?
Yeah. You don't think that Aaron Gordon... I do think that he did not play well, but I liked how he defended in that first half. Like, he kept Giannis off of the free throw line. Giannis kept on trying to, go at him, and it was like stonewalled him where he's trying to back up into it. But then I think that he kind of shot himself out of...
That's really more the decision making. Like, in the moment that was so critical, he's a veteran. He's a smart player. He's built himself into a smart player. It was more that third quarter. The shots they weren't just like, oh, we don't want to go for that one. They were like, time and place, man. If you miss this, they're on an 8-0 run. The run gets more momentum every time you step out and take a shot with 15 seconds on the clock.
For sure. I think it was the shots that really made me feel like that was a bad game, because defensively, I feel like Giannis had to work for his baskets early on, and then the momentum started where Giannis started getting some just running and getting himself together. You don't think that he's going to lock him down, but when you give up that energy in the second half, of course, what we've seen, and then start taking bad shots, like, now the floodgates open. Now the Bucks go on these type of runs. And Aaron Gordon, it's been all year where he's also just settling for jumper after jumper, and it's playing into the defense's hand. They want you shooting 3-pointers. Yeah. They want that to happen, and he's like, okay, I'll do it. Some nights they go in, but if that means that Jokic is not shooting, I'll take that every single time. So make a couple of shots, brother. We're going to run on the other end.
Free throws tonight, Denver only had 11. They were 9 of 11. They got outshot from the free throw line 11 to 28. I thought there were some tough calls, but I thought there were tough calls both ways. The thing is, Jokic had 7 of the 11 free throws. There was 4 free throws shot by non-Jokic Nuggets in this game. And there just wasn't a lot of good process to put yourself in position to get there. Absolutely frustrating one, man. We're going to have to take our first break here, but let's get it all out of our way. So
do we have to
something
come back?
Talk about. We do have to come back. Let's
Why?
get it all out of our way so we can start to analyze this one on the other side.
Oh, my God. Hey, guys. Me, Eric. I want to tell you about HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and guess what, Adam?
What?
Affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Are you tired of figuring out what's for dinner night after night? For me, I'm like, what's for dinner? Looks like there's some pizza left over. Is a donut dinner? I don't know, maybe. But I'm tired of trying to figure it out. So especially on those busy weekdays, get dinner done the easy way thanks to HelloFresh. HelloFresh's new ready-made meals go right from the fridge to your fork in just 3 minutes. The same high-quality ingredients and restaurant-worthy food you expect from HelloFresh with none of the work. I have had HelloFresh in the past, and it is quite nice. Like, truly, like, you can honestly kind of learn to cook through HelloFresh. If you're a person, especially if you're a young professional, maybe you lived a sheltered life, your mother made everything for you, now you find yourself on your own. You don't know what, balsamic vinegar is or something like that. HelloFresh can teach you all of these things and teach you what julienning is and all sorts of cooking terms. And right now, you can get up to 10 free meals and a free high-protein item for life at HelloFresh.com/Nuggets10FM, 10 free meals. 1 item per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's up to 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/Nuggets10FM. And also, I want to tell you guys about Bet365. It's never ordinary.
Did
you
we
know
really
that.
lose our bets tonight? We had the triple-double.
Got the triple-double.
1 of 3.
I mean, 1 of 3
Hated
ain't
it.
bad.
Hated it.
It wasn't a great night, dude. The Nuggets were not cool. They were uncool.
They were very uncool tonight.
Bet365 is now an official partner of the Denver Nuggets and Colorado Avalanche. Boo to one, hooray to the other. Feel free to touch on your experience on the app. That's not what I'm supposed to read. I'm supposed to give my experience.
You've used the app before. I saw you actually just this very day using
Go
it.
screw yourself, San Diego. Hey, listen, every night right before the game, you know what we do. We go over the bets. We analyze the game through the lens of the Bet365 odds.
Tell you what I'm not taking. MPJ3's next game. I'm sitting that one out.
Dude, is he taking them? Those
I
threes?
don't think I think he's like, don't bet on me right now.
I know, really. Like, that's the one thing we've learned. You cannot bet a player into a hot streak.
It's so true. You think you can, but you can't.
Yeah.
Feels like you should be able to do that.
Yeah, man. Listen, basketball early payout offer. With Bet365 early payout offer, if you're a winner, if your team goes up by 20 points with an instant payout on straight bets and a parlay selections marked as winner, download the app and use code DNVR365 when you sign up. And breaking news from Bet365, new customers now get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use code DNVR365, deposit $10, and place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. Must be at Bet365, must be 21 plus and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. T's and C's apply.
T-Line is on a historic 5-minute ad read right now.
What am I supposed to do, Harrison?
Historic.
We're back here, DNVR Nuggets Podcast. Let's talk Michael Porter again real briefly, even though we kind of held his feet to the fire. I'm worried because I hate to say it and put this in the universe. He almost reminds me a little bit of the 2022 season. Like he had this hamstring thing and he's come back and he just looks like just so, I don't want to say soft because that's rude. That's like about his character. He looks like he has no like energy or lift or anything to like his body is just kind of flopping around out there. His shot looks like no hopers. It looks like, it doesn't look like a shooting slump. Not hitting the back heel.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there if we didn't see this before where they're like, hey, it's been bugging him for so long that we're just going to sit him down. Yeah. He's not going to play for a long time. And he played through that for a while before we were like, hey, he's not making shots anymore. He's not getting lift. He's not doing these things that he typically does. So they're going to sit him. I don't want it to be an injury. I hope he's in a slump for sure. But this game is like, it was frustrating to see him continue to shoot. And I do like the fact that he didn't get down on himself, but I didn't understand why they continued to run through him. And then also, this was not like a physical game for him, so this was a little bit different. Typically, we go into a game, and that's what we're looking for. Is the other team going to be physical with him? Are they going to try to send a message? How is he going to respond? This one was him just missing shot after shot. He even missed a couple of bunnies that he typically, makes. But it is the lift. It is the athleticism. It is the being able to create for himself or have others create for him. He rebounded well. He had a couple of good passes, but the shot's not there and the scoring is not there, which then it makes it like, why are you out there? Because you're not a defender. You're not like really a hustle player or anything. Like you need to be able to score or shoot the ball. So yeah, this is a tough stretch for him.
And he's playing soft. That's the worst part. Like if your shot isn't falling and you're still playing soft, it's like what are you what good are you, man? Yeah. You need to get in there. You're a big guy. You need to do more than just get the occasional rebound that bounces out. Like you got to get in there and fight, brother. Like you got to show us that you want this. Like there was no want from the Denver Nuggets. You just didn't feel it at all. They were just like, okay, well, let's just get through it. It's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, shoot, we lost.
Well, the guy I think of with that is Jamal. And tonight he was 9 of 20 at 20 points, 5 assists. It's not the worst stat line for him. I mean, that's kind of his averages. But the fire to me, that's the thing. Like we talked about Murray when he was getting on a heater, and even recently, he had this look in his eye, this attack mode. He's kind of going at you. That wasn't there tonight. I mean, the Nuggets as a whole didn't have it, but I feel like Jamal is that. He brings that to the team. He didn't tonight.
Yeah, we have been seeing that in these other games where he's playing with the crowd, or he's trying to pick out a specific person that he's going to go at or go back and forth with. This was a low effort type of game where you need to try to find that edge every single game. And really, we saw it. So I thought that would be more of it, that he was getting himself back together. Because Jamal's been great. For the last couple of weeks, he's been scoring the ball. He's been facilitating. He's been creating for himself. In this game, he started out rough. Then he got into a patch. But then after that, he just kind of floated, just floated around, coasting. And Lillard started to try to pick it up, try to take it to him, and find different ways to get him going. But if Jamal is not scoring, then you got to facilitate. You're the point guard. You have to get everyone involved. You have to light a fire under other people, but also get the ball to your guy who does have it going on. So I do think it was, again, awkward that they're going through Michael Porter Jr. in a game that Jokic had it going on, and the point guard has to read that. The point guard has to see that.
Yeah. You have a Jamal Murray take?
I just hated his approach. He did have it going, and he just wasn't willing to. He just looked like he was tired.
He did look tired, man. He actually looked tired tonight, which is insane. They had 3 days off.
I know.
They play tomorrow against a very hot team.
And then they play at 11 a.m. on Sunday. It's they actually play a lot in a row here.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that's the thing is that he made some incredible shots tonight. He really was dynamic when he chose to be, but he really was not present for most of the game. Yeah. He played well on defense, whatever. I mean, nobody's safe tonight.
Nobody is safe tonight.
This was just such an underwhelming performance, top to bottom. As long as the top starts after Jokic.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Jokic's safe tonight. I thought he played good, man.
He did play good.
The other guy we have to get to in this block is Russell Westbrook. 4 of 13. Now here's the thing: Russ was a game high +7. All right, let's give him that. He had 10.6 rebounds, 5 assists, only 1 turnover. But it is, to me, so he did good things tonight. But to me, it is these moments of rhythm. The rhythm is, Denver is a rhythm team, and you have to find rhythm. And that third quarter was just the opposite of rhythm. That was just such like egregious, loud decision making from him. That was like, man,
like a Bob Dylan
you
song.
have to make this crazy shot. He has incredible rhythm. Incredible. Are you kidding me?
Well,
Really? Rhythm. Just kidding. But Russ, man, like since coming back from the break, he's like he's lost the mojo he had for most of this year.
Yeah, but I think that he tried to like hunt for it in this game, and I think that's where it came.
He's reaching for it.
He was playing well in the first half. He led the second unit. The bench unit played extremely well in this game. Brought him back in the game and kept it going. He's diving for loose ball. He did a lot of the Russ things. But as we know, the longer you play Russ, that's when it happens. When he starts to feel like I have to do a heat check too, that's when it goes bad. And again, the Bucks and the Lakers, like most teams, the good teams, they're daring him to shoot. They're saying, we're okay with you shooting. We're okay with you. That's when Russ has to say, no, I'm still going to play my game, or I'm going to make the extra pass. I'm going to get to the rim. That, like, even if I miss it, now I'm still putting so much pressure on the defense that I have to be out here. But when you're settling for jumpers, when you're settling for, like, mid-range pull-ups and just things that are contested, it makes it easy for you to get guarded, and you play yourself out of Nuggets basketball or what they have going. So, like, you talk about the rhythm. He broke a lot of that in the game. I don't think this was on Russ. I don't think that it was a bad Russ game. But, like, he has to read when to, like, attack and when not to attack. This game, he should have attacked more instead of settling for jumpers.
Yeah, man. He has not reintegrated himself into the Nuggets ecosystem well at all. He's really, like, reverted back to some of the worst tendencies he had early on. There was, like, a moment where he, like, missed 3 threes, and then he was open for another 3 miraculously. I wonder how that happened. But then he, instead of shooting, charged to the rim and actually finished. And I was like, okay, yes. Or a couple times he, ran the 2-man game with Jokic, like got downhill, found Jokic, easy leg.
He had one. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen the
Yes.
real good dimes. He had a real nice dime today. Drew the defender in, just whipped it to Jokic for the easy finish.
But there's just a lot of stuff where you're like, man, don't, no. Like, we don't want you to do that. Like, remember how awesome it was early on? Remember the thing you had going on?
You know what was so awesome about him early on, though, that we haven't seen since he's got back? It was the defensive pressure.
Yeah.
Like, he was
the chaos he brought to the game.
Picking guys up. He was, like, turning guys. He's, like, feeding everyone else around him and fueling them. It's not since he got back. It's been since he got back, but since he was benched or like he was like not a starter anymore. The same intensity on defense is like not there right now. And I mean, he's an older guy, so it could be a little bit of him just being older and like things slowing down. But that's what you have to get back to, is like just being a pest out there the entire time. Because there was a time that people believed that he was the Nuggets' best defender.
Yeah.
And they desperately need somebody to step up, defensively right now.
I think what's scary about the Nuggets right now, and we talk about all these guys, is that it's really late in the season, and I don't feel like the Nuggets know who they are. We had a stint in the year where Russ Jokic, best 2-man game according to Michael Malone in the entire NBA. We had the Murray stretch. We've had an MPJ stretch. Like, we've had these different things. But altogether, where we are right now, when we talk about Russ breaking the rhythm in that third quarter, and again, it wasn't just him, it was a handful of guys. When we talk about that, it's like the Nuggets shouldn't be in a zone where they don't know what their shot is or what it's not. And they're there right now.
I know.
And that's the part that I think is most scary, is it's not that the Nuggets are reaching for their best version, but they're not there yet. They're still trying to figure out what that best version is on nights like tonight.
Can you imagine a world where both MPJ and Jamal Murray were on in a game?
We saw it there for a hot second.
I think we got like 2 games.
Yeah, it was like
season.
a couple games we were like, all right.
Oh my God.
Are we good?
Are we good?
Are we good? I mean, are we good?
I don't know the answer to that. I thought I knew the answer, and I don't feel like I know the answer, man. Like,
well, you got to figure it out here really quick. A lot of teams are starting to figure it out. There's some teams that are on the upswing. Denver's got to get it together. Let's take a break. Want to talk about Zeke Naji, Julian Strawther on the other side.
Yeah, stay tuned. The good stuff's coming up, baby.
We're actually all right.
I want to tell you guys about UC Health. DNVR Nuggets is brought to you by UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Denver Nuggets. It's been nice weather recently. Have you noticed?
Oh, brother,
It's been the
I've been
exact
enjoying.
opposite of the Denver Nuggets outside. It's been
We need it
pleasant.
to snow again.
I've been walking to work. I've been pulling
Have
a
you
vote.
really?
I've been pulling a vote.
You've
It's
been
just-
walking. You just haven't been talking about it as much.
So I guess I haven't been pulling a vote.
Yeah.
that way.
Vote, by the way, great effort. He was like Kevin Durant. Remember he got hurt, or no, Joel Embiid got hurt in warm-ups.
Yeah.
Missed the game. Kevin Durant. Vote
Yeah.
got sick in warm-ups.
Yeah.
Had to go home.
Yeah. Classic. Point being, like,
Not technically a call-in sick day, though.
no, not at all.
Oh, yeah. This is like when the players have to hit the 65-game rule. So they show up, jump ball, like, oh, Hammy, I gotta check it out.
Yeah. I think
Technically a game.
I think Vogt is still technically eligible for the MVP, but I don't see it going his way. But you got to take advantage of beautiful Colorado weather. Like, no better place to go out to breathe beautiful air and get healthy. You got to learn more. There's lots of ways to increase your health and become healthier, especially living in this beautiful state. Learn more about living like there is a tomorrow. Go to uchealth.org for more info. UC Health, live extraordinary, and walk like me and Vogt. Only don't talk about it. Be like me. Let's see. And I also want to tell you guys about Toyota. We are in the Toyota Lounge. Toyota, you guys know about Toyota, the official car of Colorado. You see them out there all the time. Everybody who knows something is driving a Toyota. Usually they're driving it up to the mountains, maybe to go skiing, snowboarding, to spy on birds in their natural habitat, which some people
Spy on them.
Some people would tell you that that's like a, noble pursuit, but really you're just spying on birds.
Spying on them.
You're just looking in their bedroom, like that they're giving birth and stuff. It's weird, creepy.
They show us how we should live, man. They're so content.
Weird and creepy, but Toyota will get you up there, no problem. So you can spy on birds just like Adam would. It is.
What bird was that? Do you recognize it?
That to me sounded like the common chickadee, I would say.
Oh, mountain chickadee. You're so good. That was the mountain chickadee.
It's hard.
Everybody knows that.
Not the common, but the mountain. Very
But it's the
close.
official vehicle of DNVR. Listen, visit your Front Range Toyota stores for a location near you. Auto Nation Toyota, Arapahoe, and Centennial. Corwin Toyota in Boulder. Groove Toyota in Littleton. Mountain States Toyota in Denver. Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora. And Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Let's see. Toyota is the proud partner of the Denver Nuggets and the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places and spy on birds like a creep.
Road trip, man. I'm telling you, this time of year we got daylight savings. Like when sun gets, it makes you really want to get up to the mountains.
What for?
For any number of activities. There's a lot of things you can do in this beautiful state, Eli. Julian Strawther tonight made his shots, 5 of 8, had 12 points. No other stat other than 2 turnovers. I'll be honest, he made me frustrated tonight as well, but he was a +6 and had 12 points, so I'm going to just sit this one out and let you shoot this one.
Yeah, I was not mad at the bench in this game. It was not.
It wasn't their fault. You're right.
Like, they played well, and if anybody with the starter shows up, anybody besides Jokic shows up, this is a game that you're excited about with that bench stand. Like,
Yeah.
Westbrook, he found his guys. Julian Strawther got shots up. Zeke Naji played well, and those are the things that you've been asking for, is for the bench to show up with the starters, and the starters are the ones who let them down. I like that Julian, again, he's staying shot ready. He's knocked down a couple of shots. He's the scorer right now, and they're trying to feed off of each other. So I do think that they're trying to figure out how to play with this variation of the Nuggets, but I'll take that right now.
I know.
So, like,
I'll
you want
take
us to
12
keep
point, I'll
running.
take it.
You'll take it. Because, like, if you get that against these good teams or, like, the better teams that have a chance, you win the game typically. So, like, it's the starters that have to get it together. So I can't be mad at Julian.
I can.
Oh, it's
I'm
already
mad at everybody. Julian made terrible decisions. Like, the bench was responsible for this game turning. Like, they had a good stint, and then they had a bench stint. And then, yes, the starters didn't do anything once the bleeding had started. In fact, they made it worse. I just wanted one inspiring performance from one player on the Denver Nuggets tonight. Apparently Milwaukee nightlife undefeated. I don't know. Maybe they.
I think they were in Grand Rapids. It might be the Grand Rapids.
Is that what it is? They went out and they got. They just went crazy at the Chili's or something last night. It's
disparage Grand Rapids like that.
I guarantee there's a Chili's in Grand
There's probably a
Rapids.
Chili's in Grand Rapids. There's probably a Chili's. Chili's ain't bad though. Let's not disparage Chili's. In that tier of restaurant, Chili's to me, it's like better than Applebee's.
Hold
in
on.
my opinion. That tier,
Yeah, no, I agree. But that, like, the top of that tier.
it's not the top. I said it's a good.
What's the top of that? What's the top of that tier?
Man, because that tier's a low tier.
It's a low tier.
I like Red
Low
Robin.
T.
I like a Red Robin.
Okay.
I think Red Robin is pretty good.
There is not a Chili's in Grand Rapids.
There's no Chili's in Grand
Whoa.
Rapids.
There is one in the Grand Rapids area.
Oh,
but
come on.
It is
What are we-
technically in Wyoming, Michigan.
Wyoming, Michigan.
They made the
That's
trip
pretty Grand Rapids.
Dude, you drive when there's chicken crispers available. You make
when
that
you live
drive.
in a place like Grand Rapids, like an hour drive, that's normal drive.
Oh man, when I was in college in South Dakota,
Yeah.
Taco John's was popping.
Stop at Taco John's.
Taco John's.
Damn, you went to college in South Dakota?
I didn't know this.
This is
I
the
knew you were in
first-
northern Colorado.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah. Did anybody know this?
I hated that part of my life.
You've never
left
shared that with
immediately.
us. You never shared that
Do you know
with
the
us.
people that live in Laramie, Wyoming, look at Fort Collins as the big city? Yeah, they drive up to. They're like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then they go to the Foothills Fashion Mall.
Did you
'Cause they had a
have
Gap.
Did you have a take on that tier though? Is there a restaurant you were fishing for?
I thought you were going to talk about the bench. No, I think the top tier of that level restaurant. I think the best one. This is a tough one.
It is
This
a tough
is
one.
a tough
It
one.
is a tough one. Old Chicago. Old
Old
Chicago's
Chicago. I
top.
love
Not
Old
Old
Chicago.
Chicago.
It's
Old Chicago is
man.
not in that tier. Old
that
Chicago's a
too
tier
nice?
above.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
Old
yeah.
Chicago
It's
is a
not-
little bit under.
Whatever. Do you want to talk about? You want me to set you up for another one?
Yeah.
Christian Brown caught a body tonight.
He did catch a body. It was
that
a
was
giant,
one good thing.
It was a giant body that represents two. He took out one of the twins.
So, okay. That was a nice dunk.
That was a great dunk.
He kinda cocked it back.
That's what. Okay, I'm gonna reset a little bit.
Yeah, reset. Think about Chili's.
Hold on. Christian Brown had a good game. I liked Christian Brown's energy. He brings it every single night. You can count on him, whether or not his shot is falling or not. He will not get discouraged. He will not stop playing defense. He won't just float away. He won't just become completely MIA. He won't just start forcing a bunch of bad shots. Every other person on this team fell into one of those categories tonight. And like I wouldn't say that he had a great game, but he played a game. Like that's the level that you need from this goddamn squad. Everybody. Oh, I'm so mad at this team tonight. Like they were so disgusting.
They just did not instill any confidence in me, and I'm sitting there just begging for them to give me confidence about what's about to happen in this year. And it was like, no, thanks. Well, we're not going to do this. But Christian Brown's dunk was nice.
It was nice, and he's been collecting centers. He's jumping with anybody.
Gobert.
It's not like he's only trying to get little guard. He brings it, but like D-Line was saying, it is the energy. He does show up. Even in these big games, he's like, I'm gonna play as hard as I can, and I'm gonna just try to bring it, try to get some energy going. It's not the shot. The shot hasn't fallen. He's not knocking down threes at all. But he's like, okay, so find other ways. He had a really good rebound tonight. He had a double-double, 10 rebounds from your shooting guard.
Yeah.
That's energy. That's playing hard. That's trying to find ways to win the game and inspire others. Got a couple of steals. Got a couple of assists. He was anything I could do to try to get, us going. So this was. I'm not upset with Christian in this one.
Yeah, I'm not upset with him either. He's not the guy. And then Zeke Naji played 9 minutes, made a shot, 2 points, 1 block, 1 steal. 2 stocks in 9 minutes is nice for him.
Yeah.
He's one little tiny bright spot, but he didn't play very much. Part of me wonders if he should have played more. Denver, the minute totals tonight, Murray 40, 38 for Yoke, 35. Michael Porter gets 35 minutes tonight on the night he had. You know what I mean?
They were just trying to chase things. That bench should have played for longer.
Yeah.
Because they had it going on. They brought it. I think that they just tried to respond to what the Bucks were doing. Hey, their starters are getting back in. Let's just make sure we get our guys back out. No. Ride your bench or ride the momentum. Anything that's going well in a game like that, you have to just see it through. Wait till at least the bench relinquishes a lead or anything like that, because they were in the game, and as soon as the starters got back, it was 11-point deficit. Play them for a little bit longer. I think Zeke should have played more, And who says that? Who says that?
Who are you?
You know what's weird is right now it feels like the Pistons are the toughest of this trio, this Pacers Bucks trio.
What the hell?
And they got them tomorrow. I mean, they've been playing very nice. They have a lot of confidence. And if they win tomorrow, they're going to tie the Jokic era record 9 wins in a row, which is so sad for a team that's really the first winning year in 20 years.
At this point last year, they had 8 wins
Total, yeah.
They're on an 8-game winning streak right now.
Yeah.
So they would be able to like go against the Nuggets and get that. Like that
would
that is
suck.
rough. You really do have to show up tomorrow.
You got to show up, man.
Sucks to say. The Pistons are who you have to show up against.
Let me ask you this question here now as we kind of move away from just breaking down the players and stuff. You mentioned it earlier. There's a lot of these teams that are in Denver's tier of just mid. Milwaukee wasn't even impressive tonight. That was part of what's tough is if like we were to count this as a good win. Instead, it's a loss. But I walked away from this game going, they're kind of like the Nuggets. They have a couple good players. They're not that they have a lot of holes. I didn't walk away from this one impressed with Milwaukee or thinking that they're going to go very far in this playoffs.
No, that's the grossest part, man. Milwaukee did not impress at all, and they like took it to Denver in the second half and in the third quarter. It was just this game was just absolutely there for the taking, and the Nuggets had no interest in doing it. They just really did not have it tonight. I'm so frustrated, man. Like I can't do this, man. I can't do this. I can't do this when they give that level of effort. Like I cannot give my heart and my soul to this squad. They gotta respond. They gotta like reply in kind. I don't think they care, but I'm just saying, like, I don't like this feeling. I don't like going in where I'm just like beside myself, flabbergasted. Like, what do you get? What is this?
Were you impressed with Milwaukee tonight?
I wasn't. Like Giannis at the end of the game, like finished with 28.
Well, Giannis is impressive.
Yeah, but they came late and they came tough. Like he really did work for his baskets. The 19 rebounds is wild. Like somebody else has to like.
There were a lot of available rebounds tonight.
So many misses, and it was because the Nuggets just started shooting threes the entire time. The bench unit for the Bucks were not impressive at all. I'm a little bit shocked about that squad that they have there, but like that goes to show you how mid Denver looks right now.
Yeah.
Lillard didn't have one of those moments, and no one else like really like stood out. Kuzma played him fine. Like himself, just fine. It was a lot of fine guys
you're like,
around
okay.
a superstar. But the Nuggets have the exact same thing. A lot of fine guys around a superstar. How do you not win that game? You won the rebounding battle. I know that you're going to look at the free throw discrepancy, but like the fact was one team was just like not trying to get to the free throw line, another team was. So like they played a little bit more aggressive than you. So of course they're getting free throws, but like maybe you need to play a little bit more aggressive. Maybe you need to force the issue the same way that other teams are. I was not impressed with the Bucks, which means I was definitely not impressed with the Nuggets.
That's so true. I mean, here's the thing, because I know a lot of people, it's overreaction season, this or that. It's actually supposed to be remind them season. They're 1 and 2 in remind them season.
We're M.
We're M, unfortunately. We should just switch that around. Remind me.
Yeah.
Remind me
season. Why?
So we're off to a little bit of a slow start with Detroit and Boston coming up. It only gets tougher from here. But, if you look around the league, there are teams right now, like I said, that are really filling themselves. Why don't we do a little early ATA?
Oh, my God.
There's not so much to talk about from this game. The Nuggets pissed us off. There was a good crowd at the bar tonight, too. Some homies in the.
Yeah, dude. We all suffer together, but we did suffer.
We did suffer, man. We definitely suffered. If we go around the association here, Dev, why don't you tell me what happened in the Warriors game tonight?
Oh, man. That Warriors team
Yeah.
that we saw get, like, changed before our eyes. They're winning games now. People are wondering if they're contenders. People are saying
The Nuggets should have got Jimmy Butler.
they're one of the teams in the West.
Nuggets should have got Jimmy Butler.
Should have gotten somebody.
Guy's a winner, man. He's tough.
Yeah, but he's like not even playing well. He's just
He's
like
playing great defense.
He's changed the identity, I guess,
Yeah,
of
they're
them
tough.
because they are. But
Seven
they also
and-
have another tough guy around them.
Yeah.
So it's like they're both bullies. Like they're security guards at this point. But like Jimmy Butler didn't play too good, but he's stopping the other team from scoring as much. But I mean the big one is Steph Curry.
What did he do tonight?
I mean, he had 56.
56.
56.
Jesus.
12 of 12 from the free throw line, so he was perfect.
A double nickel and a penny.
He had 12 of 19 from 3.
12 of 19.
12
How many did the Nuggets have
three-pointers.
tonight? How many threes? 9?
9. He had 12 of 19.
Damn it.
He like let.
That's who we should go get.
But like if you look at like Pods had 12 field goal attempts. Every shot came from Curry.
That's incredible.
They know who their guy is. He's having a hot night. Let's feed him in every single way.
Did Orlando not realize?
There's a guy named Quentin Post that I've never heard about. Had 18 points off the bench.
He's been playing
plus
well. Plus
22. Like their bench got it going with Curry. But yeah, 56 points is insane, and that's going against the Magic, who is a pretty good defensive team. On the other side, Ben Carroll had 41 points, 16 of 27. 27 shots is so many shots.
That's kind of efficient though. 16 of 27.
Wagner had 27 points, but no one else could get themselves going in that game. 56 ball is just so many points for Curry.
Steph is incredible, man. Steph is so scaly. We talk about LeBron getting better and better, and Steph obviously is not, physically he's not what LeBron is, but I'll tell you what, man, for as old as Steph is, I still look at that and go, playoffs versus Golden State would be terrifying. Like we saw what he did in the Olympics. He just is puts so much fear in you. You just feel like 56 feels very possible at all times.
For sure.
Yeah.
The Warriors, man, I'm telling you, their vibes are up. Will it last? How long will it last? We'll find out. But their vibes are like through the roof.
Yeah, I got to see them play like a team with some real bigs.
Was that all we were going around the association?
No, we can keep going. I mean, I want to
Wait,
go.
I have a more of a philosophical question to throw to you guys about
Is
this.
this about Chili's?
No, it's just I feel like everybody talks about the LeBron era and they only use LeBron's name. Why isn't Steph brought up in the same conversation?
Well, mostly because LeBron started a decade before, so it's just like longer. But the Warriors.
The Warriors were
Steph
the
is
team.
right there. To me,
Yeah.
it's like KD, Steph, and LeBron are the faces of the last 10, 15 years. So
It'll be those
he's in
three.
there. But
Like-
LeBron is so big.
But it'll be.
They've got the same amount of rings though. Like
in
it
the
doesn't.
end, it'll be the LeBron, Steph, and KD era. This will.
But LeBron goes before that. Like LeBron was in the finals in 2007. You know, like he was in the finals 9 straight years. So he's just bigger for a variety of reasons. No, the Suns had an easy one, so I just thought we'd throw them a bone since they had an easy game tonight. Because I'm sure they. I haven't checked the score, but I'm sure they settled things down.
They had an easy one. You talk about the Nuggets stretch of like who they played.
Yeah.
They were playing some bums, very bad teams. You know, you play Portland a couple of times.
I'm not trying to give them credit for beating them. I'm just saying it's
You
nice
played
that they
the
got the
Pelicans
win.
and other times. Let's see. The Suns lost.
What?
The Suns lost
To the
116 to 124 to the Pelicans. And guess who it was that led them to the
Zion?
promise? Zion.
Of course it's
Babylon.
Zion with the new stomach tattoo had 8.
Oh, man, we got to talk about
He
that.
had a
Kale, pull it up.
triple-double.
Find it. Did you see this?
Oh, I saw it in my dreams.
Well, it would have been a nightmare.
It's
Poor
like-
Zion. I honestly feel bad for Zion.
He's
Yeah, me
doing it
too.
to himself.
He doesn't have, it tells me he doesn't have a good friend. You know what I mean?
Like, not one.
Like one good friend that's like, hey, man, Cole, you
He's
got
had a lot of like wild things happen this year.
Yeah. You need the one friend that's like, look at this thing, man.
Bro,
First of all,
that is a tattoo you get outside of a 311 concert in the year 1996.
What would make you want to do that? Like, you want to show off your innie so bad, but what would possess you to put this on your stomach?
First off, if you told me that this was Charles Barkley getting a tattoo, like that is the least impressive NBA.
that guy
torso.
jumps 45 inches in the air.
How can this be?
Also,
dude?
but like, just think post-career Zion when he puts the weight on. Like,
Yeah, that'll stretch. It might look a little weird. That one actually, you're
It'll
right.
be like Bizarre from like D12.
I'm
It's
telling
gonna be
you,
rough.
he needs a good fry. I feel for him, but you know what? People made fun of him on the internet all day. He goes out and puts 27, 10, and 11 out.
He's damn good when
He's
he's
so
healthy.
good.
Like when he's playing anything over 30 minutes, he has the wildest stat lines.
Doesn't he have like a terrible back tattoo? Also, wasn't there just like a
I think he has a couple.
like every time Zion Williamson gets a tattoo, it becomes national news because of how ill-advised it is.
Yeah. They get this win. You know who they started tonight? This is who started. Carlo Matkovic started for the Pelicans tonight.
He had a damn good game.
He had a nice little game.
17 and 10.
Oh,
he had
no.
a damn good game.
Hold on. I got a breaking news. Not only is that a terrible looking tattoo, apparently it's an anime-based tattoo.
Oh, no.
So Zion
is
Williamson,
that Avatar?
yes,
The Last Airbender?
Zion Williamson
Would be my guess.
has been given so much in life and a shoot it all to be like a strong, huge baller that is a nerd. Like
that's fine.
It's not fine. Not for him.
I don't know how
I
nerdy.
could be a nerd. Like me, I should be a nerd. And
He
that's
has
way
other
too nerdy for
obsessions.
me.
I don't know how nerdy he is.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I'm not hating on the fact that it's a Naruto tattoo.
I am. You're an NBA
But
basketball player.
It's a bad tattoo.
Yeah, it's just not a very good looking tattoo. Also, like guys' tattoos around belly buttons, that just doesn't seem like a thing that I think should happen very often.
But really, 27, 11 assists from him and 10 rebounds. And he was efficient. 13 of 17 from the field, no three-pointers. The Pelicans played well. Like, if you just everybody scored in double digits.
Kevin Durant's going to be available this summer, guys. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So I'm just putting that out there.
He
He's
had
going to be
28
available.
points in this one. Devin Booker had 36 points. They're the only ones shooting it right now for them, and they're playing Bobo a lot of minutes.
They need him.
They
need
actually
Bol.
need, and they're losing with him, of course.
Yeah.
But like when you're at that point of like the career that you desperately need him, like that's rough.
Real, just go quickly, Dallas. They got the win tonight.
Dallas did get a win. They beat Charlotte, and let me tell you what I actually do. I'm like, it's not even a hate watch, but it is a hate watch. Every time that I see Charlotte play, I go straight to see if Mark Williams played because I'm still so confused how he like failed a physical and he's playing, and he's not playing like a couple of minutes here and there.
Yeah,
He's playing real minutes. 30 minutes in this game, 10 of 18 from the field, 16 rebounds, 26 points. Is he hurt? How did that not go through? Because like he didn't sit no games out. It's so confusing to me. I don't think they did do justice there. Like
Yeah.
they should go to war about that one because it's confusing. But they beat Charlotte. They beat Charlotte. Kyrie had 25 points. I mean, he's a bucket. He's a scorer. Moses Brown had 20 points, 11 rebounds. That's kind of who led them. Klay Thompson has been playing well, shooting the ball well. He had 18 points, 4 of 17 from the field.
You know what's rough is the Nuggets now sit at 38 and 21. You lose tomorrow night, you will find yourself as the 5 seed. We just celebrated the 2. They could fall all the way to the 5 seed with a loss tomorrow. Let's get to Super Chat scale. The people sent some lovin'. Did they send their regards?
Let's play the how many positive super chats.
Okay,
game.
let's count them.
Hold on,
Okay,
let's
ready?
do over under.
How many
On
Super Chats
positive.
are there? Hold on. How many Super Chats are there?
We've got 25.
I'm
Okay,
going to go
25.
5 positives.
I'm
Whoa,
gonna go
25%.
under 4.
You're going to go under 4?
I'm with Dev on this one. I think we're getting an under
come
4.
on.
We're gonna go over 4.
I'm saying 5, baby. I think there's 5.
Okay. Ready? Vladislav. Unlike MPJ, we cannot survive a bad Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, that's true. Negative. That's negative.
Okay,
yeah.
negative.
It's not positive.
Uncle Rico's revenge. Give Pickett, Straw, and MPJ minutes.
I mean,
That is very negative.
that's very positive.
What? They're
That's
saying-
positive about Pickett.
But it's very negative against Strawther and Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter Jr. makes it negative for sure.
Very-
If you say Strawther, that's a rotational choice.
That's just-
MPJ,
yeah, come on,
it's like,
man.
well, we're going hard here.
Joker's wild. $5. Thank you. MPJ always sucks against physical teams. Get him off our team. Was that positive or negative?
I think that one was negative.
Okay.
I think that
What's
one was
the
negative.
count? What are we at for
We're
positives?
at 0 for 3.
Ivan, MBG62. All caps. This has got to be positive.
yeah. Say it with a smile on your face.
Okay, I
See if it
haven't read
reads
one
positive.
word of it yet. Let me start in knowing already that it's positive. Michael Inconsistent Porter Jr., Michael Crap Jr., Michael I play good versus bad teams Porter Jr., Michael shitting his pants versus physical team Porter Jr. Positive or negative?
I think was negative. It turns
That
out
was negative?
That one turned out negative.
That's pretty negative.
Okay.
I
All
like
right.
that usually it's like Michael Inconsistent Jr. He
Yeah.
said Michael Inconsistent Porter Jr.
Yeah. Yep.
Just to make sure we knew he was talking about Michael Porter.
Okay, let's see. Joker's wild. Jokic just needs to take over. This team has failed him. He did take over in a sense. What else can he
They
do?
failed him.
they did fail him
failed him.
tonight.
They failed us. I
They
don't
failed
care about Jokic. They failed us.
How we doing on the positive count?
Yeah, where we at,
We're
Kel?
struggling.
Cedric,
We're ramping up.
exquisite.
We're ramping up.
How is this roller coaster ride versus other seasons, guys? That's not.
You know what? It's neutral. We'll
That's
take
neutral.
it.
Okay.
That counts. All
Ty
right.
goes to the runner in this one. Ty goes to
is
the
it?
runner.
Honestly, there's been some roller coaster seasons. Last year's was kind of a roller coaster, to be honest with you.
and it ended exactly how we hoped it would. History Channel 5280. Only thing more frustrating than the refs was Malone refusing to put in Zeke for Porter.
I can't believe we're at this point of the season.
Oh no, we want Pickett and Zeke to play over.
Yeah.
Things aren't going well. When you
Not,
start,
not adding that one to the positive column,
we can't do
unfortunately.
it.
this is when your team starts calling for the backup quarterback. It's bad times. Ivan NBG62 is back.
Okay.
Michael Inconsistent Porter Jr. If he disappears like he did versus the Wolves last year, this is his last season with the Nuggets. Trade him for a bag of chips.
All right. Well,
Dang, what kind of chips? What kind of chips would you trade MPJ for?
I like Funyuns.
Funyuns?
Yeah, I truly like Funyuns.
you like Funyuns?
Yeah. What do you mean?
That's
Most
Funyuns?
people do.
I only like Funyuns on a road trip, but they hit
Funyuns,
on a road trip.
Funyuns are good.
Funyuns really taste like styrofoam covered in onion salt.
Yeah, they do. That was a good call by
Styrofoam.
him. Good call by him.
Hold on, what is your chip choice? Let me guess.
Go ahead.
Basic Lace.
No, come on.
No, he's gonna.
No way. I like
like
sun chips, cheddar.
It is a good chip. That is a good
Cheddar
chip.
sun
That's a
chip.
good chip.
That is not that good of a
Hey,
It is a good chip.
That's
That's
a
a
good
good
sauce.
chip.
Hey, what do you got?
The gun sauce
Where you at,
section
dude?
also good.
Where are you at,
The
That is a
orange
good
bag
chip.
is not that good. They're giving them out for free.
They're good.
They're part of like lunch for
Oh, my goodness.
middle schoolers.
Amin says Kuzma, KPJ, and Sims all made an impact. This is why you take risks at the deadline. At Calvin Booth, our roster is stale and bored. Needed some changes.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if they got Kuzma, KPJ, or Sims, everybody would have been pissed.
I know.
They would have been so mad. Like, I get what you're saying about the Calvin Booth thing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's talked about there should have been changes. Of course, like looking back, I mean, we all said there should have been changes. But I promise you wouldn't have been happy if you made those changes.
I know it. Oh, God. GGX Gang HQ. This team is second round exit at best.
That's negative.
Negative, okay.
That one's negative.
So where are we at? We have one neutral.
No,
that
we
we've
have
counted
one
as
neutral.
We
positive.
have one
One
neutral
positive.
that we counted as
All
a
right,
positive.
we're counting it. Let's go.
Druid Trading, Jamal and Brown are on the same mental level as Jokic. Fighters. I feel MPJ is a total disconnect in that department. Worse body language, so much sulking. We still winning the ring. On to the next. Holy
Hey,
that's a
hey, that's a positive. Let's go. We're still winning the ring.
dude.
Come on, guys.
Holy smokes. JV Dubs. This team doesn't give an ass about winning a championship
they
for
did
the
it,
fans,
man.
the organization, or each other. There is no way this team wins a playoff series. Maybe a play-in team by season's end. Seems negative.
Not going
Seems
to call that one
negative.
positive. No.
I think the Nuggets are safe from the play-in. They're 6 games up. But you know what? Who knows?
Let's see. Roger T. It takes everyone time after injury. Chill on MPJ. That is positive.
Positive.
That is positive.
That's
We're
positive.
at
That was
3.
very positive.
We're at 3, baby.
Amin. No Dev.
Oh, yeah.
AG is stepping out shooting threes because CB is in the dunker. Jokic has to start shooting more middies. Teams will keep loading up on him in the paint.
All right.
Well,
Just
why
kind of a
wouldn't they
comment.
flop that and
Yeah.
put? Well, Aaron Gordon's shooting better than Christian Brown right
Yeah.
now, so maybe that goes into it.
Oh boy.
One of them's dunking.
5.
Yeah, it's not positive.
MPJ is okay.
No, you still play.
You gotta read it.
You have to
Yeah,
read
read
it.
it. I just-
MPJ is Project Bull blank. You already brought me into those cussing waters earlier. Now Kale has to write a report. Can't dribble, can't create for himself. We like to, in the industry, say he's bagless. Can't defend, can't shoot consistently. If I played physical versus him, he wouldn't score.
All right. All right.
You're a lockdown defender.
Yeah. 5-ish. Zeke didn't play in the second half. RIP. 342-36 down. Only 2-12-24 to 5-5-5. One positive I saw. I thought Julian was decent. His floater is his best shot.
That's positive. We're
Straight
at 4, baby.
We're at 4.
Dang,
We're
dude.
rounding home plate here, right on the quarter to home plate.
Ivan, you are not what you consistently show.
No,
or you are what you
what-
consistently show. And this team shows they can't stop a cold. Up and down the whole season. I don't believe in a magical turnaround.
Ivan, man, was spending some money to get it out of him. Get it out of your system,
Get it
man.
out.
Get it out.
JV Dubs and the Lakers are now the favorites. Thanks, Nugs.
God, the Lakers
favorites
fans are
to what?
so happy.
The favorites to what?
To whatever. Nuggets gold. Imagine not winning a playoff series with this type of production from the 3-time MVP. It's insane to think it's a real possibility, but here we are. Oh, God. Uncle Rico's revenge. Run the picket fence. R.I.P. Gene Hackman. Oh, man. RKW or RWK. I love MPJ and shooting slumps happen, but I don't get how after this many years in the league, he still loses guys on the weak side, doesn't box out, and he doesn't get back in transition. He plays lazy basketball at times. Steve Brown. The best we looked healthy was AG off the bench.
I don't know if that's... I mean, that did look good there for a minute.
Everyone's allowed to get their take off. Get it off. RWK. Also, AG definitely still seems hurt. He did in the last game.
Yeah.
Jay, another national TV game, another dirty diaper.
That's so true. This was TNT.
Chunk Dickwell's burner. Can we go back to the All-Star break and just start over? The punchline would come before the joke. You know why I hate time travel jokes? Get it?
That was good.
Let's see. Hussein
That was like Christopher
Shah?
Nolan right there, man.
I know. Oh, gosh. Put a fork in him. Same fatal flaws every night. Boy,
right,
that
put a
doesn't
fork
seem
in him.
positive.
All right, important. This is the last super chat that came in
Okay, so
before.
now-
Oh, did we get some
so
positivity?
we got some
afterwards?
Everybody's
positives,
juicing
but
it.
that was after
Yeah.
we had asked
So
for it.
4. So you were wrong. We were right.
Yes, I know it.
But now I bet everyone's juicing it. Let's see. 17 less free throw attempts and 26.5 from 3 and only lost by 9 on the road to a over 500 team. The sky is not falling. And PJ having his February slump. We will be fine. All right, Maddox, fine. Easy E. Love the Nuggets and the DNVR crew and still believe in our squadron. Count it.
There it is.
Let's go,
Count it,
Easy.
That's
baby.
5. Drew and trading. The 2 super chats prior to this one are stat padding the positive counter. FYI, we know it. We absolutely know
Stat
it.
pad, baby.
Post nut clarity. Stop blaming MPJ, dude. Is this-
Really? Tonight?
I don't think you watched.
I was gonna say I don't know if you're post nut if that's the clarity you're having. Teens on acid. Let's see, our homie. Win or lose, we stick together. Dig in, baby. The real sickos know.
That's right, baby. Real
And
sickos.
post not clarity. It only lowers his trade
He had
value.
a little comeback. You sly dog, you.
Dude, apparently
You sly
he
dog.
did have the clarity, or maybe he wrote the one and then, completed, and then the clarity came and he had to.
Yeah. All right, hit that outro music, Kale. That one wasn't that fun, man.
Dude, this stinks. I
But
don't like
tomorrow's
this.
Friday.
Okay.
DNVR Bar. Everybody go home, shake it out, do whatever it is you got to do. Let's get this thing back on track. The Pistons can't have better vibes than the Nuggets.
Bro, they do.
They can't, though. We got to steal them. We got to go to Detroit and steal their vibes.
I don't like this.
We got to do it, man. Just get a win.
We
I
used to
will
be
say
cool.
this. You had a back-to-back Milwaukee, Detroit. 1-1, not bad. But you started 0-1, so you got to go in tomorrow and get this thing done. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. Hit the like button on the way out. We'll see you tomorrow.